Let's head to Pittsburgh and bring in Emily Kaplan, who'll be working ringside for ESPN's broadcast of Connor Bedard's NHL debut tonight. Emily, the kid was mobbed by the media horde today. Give us a sense of what's going on down there.
Well, I mean, this is nothing new for Connor Bedard. I remember at the Vegas media tour, this is even before training camp start, Connor told me, there's been so much on me that if I was a fan, I would be sick of me by now. So this is what he's been having to get used to. He's also been having to get used to me. Our network is going all in on this kid. I mean, they sent me from Chicago to Regina, Saskatchewan last spring to do a feature on him, get to know about him. We typically don't do that for hockey players who are just 17 years old and not in the league yet. But we know that the way to grow the sport in the States is through its stars. The NBA wasn't what it was until Michael Jordan became who he was. We see this in football, right? Like, it's all about the quarterbacks, and that's in hockey now. Crosby facing Bedard is such a big deal. We saw Bedard on the Pat McAfee show yesterday. That feels pretty unprecedented for a hockey player. So we're all in on this game. We have super high expectations, and if there's anyone uniquely prepared to handle this hype and attention, I do believe it's Bedard. As you guys know, he's been getting this since he was just a little kid and all he's done for the Canadian national team. So I think he's going to show up and have a fantastic game tonight.
You use the E word. Let me follow up on that. Our hockey crew has Bedard ranked in the top 50 NHLers this season, hasn't even played a game in the league, and some of our guys have him pegged at 70-plus points as a rookie. What are you hearing about expectations?
Yeah, well, Gino, I asked 3 veteran NHL players that I know and 3 NHL scouts, based off just what they had seen and heard in preseason, what they were expecting, and not one of them predicted lower than 60 points. One of the scouts told me, I believe it was 35 goals, 80-something points sounded reasonable to him. So we all, around the league, there's a lot of buzz, and everyone's expecting him to lean up to this buzz, but he is already Chicago's best player. That's been apparent in the preseason training camp practices that I've been at. You're going to see him centering that top line alongside Taylor Hall, who was brought in to play alongside him, and Ryan Donato. You're going to see him as the focal point on the power play. And what we all hope, really, is that he's going to get the chance to face off against his childhood idol, Sidney Crosby, in that opening face-off circle. We asked Mike Sullivan, we're like, come on, we love Lars Eller, but you got to throw Crosby out there. So we'll see what we get at puck drop.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Enjoy. Emily Kaplan of ESPN has joined us as Connor Bedard is set to make his NHL debut.